As always with these tutorials, you'll see a demonstration and then I'll go into a full breakdown of this combination with all the ways it can and can't go wrong and things to avoid. Keep watching. Okay, we're going to do the spatchcock chicken. This is my favourite move. It's very crotchy, but I do think it's a move that is a real wow move. So I always put it in an act. I've seen quite a lot of circ people do it as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool move. Right, you really need to have a good forward fold in a straddle for this move. I would say you need to be flat to make it life easy for yourself. And you also need quite good shoulder mobility. The different hooks that you can do with your hand in this one, I've got not great shoulder flexibility, so I'm going to show you the version that I do. So we are going to start with our feet sliding up, or we're going to straddle up into that lasso hook. So we're either going to sickle both feet on, slide up, pop the right leg over, or your stronger leg, or we are just going to straddle and hook that leg on. From here, we are going to almost try and kick ourselves in the face. We're going to get that foot hooked on, and it's quite a turned out foot and it is flexed. So if you haven't got a really good forward fold, like I said, you're going to really feel this because it's a little bit neurally. You can change the foot position depending on your mobility and the shape of your body. Once this hand is on, we're going to put the left hand here and we're going to slide the whole of our body through, so the back of our head is on the back of the hoop by our top foot. So we slide underneath like so. From here, we can either hold the hoop here or we can get the hand on the back of our hip, on the back of the hoop. Then we take that arm forward, extend the top leg, and it is going to feel like you can't straighten your leg because obviously the knee is on the back of the hoop, and then you can take that arm off. There's variations you can do. You can just straighten that leg, you can just straighten that arm, or you can do all of them. To come out of it, we place the left hand back on, we peel the body back out, and then we're going to do a lasso. So the bottom foot is going to pop off. This leg needs to stay tight because this arm is going to pop through the gap, grab the hoop, pull the hoop into the hip. Once you've grabbed the top of the strap, knee yourself in the face, I used to call it, and push your hips forward into your lasso. From here, there's a lot of entries, but I'm going to show you my favorite exit rather. Straighten the legs into a split. Slide that top leg down into a hook and put the left armpit into the hoop. You can guide your hand down the hoop until the shoulders come on and you're in a cradle. Then we're going to hook our right elbow on because we have our right leg on. We are then going to turn our hips to the floor and pull that left leg right in to our chest so that we can extend that leg into a split and straighten the back leg. From here, this leg is freely movable, so you need to really squeeze that glute to get into your active split. Then we're going to rehook the right leg, send the left hip down, slide the hoop into our right shoulder, and we are in cradle. There are a lot of ways and things that this move can go wrong. So, my biggest one, I would say, is when you have put the top leg on and you're trying to get that bottom leg fixed in. Make sure it's in a position that feels comfortable for you. If you get it slightly off, it can be quite a painful move to do, or you can feel very unsafe. You need to make sure, I make sure it's under the ball of my foot, that section there of my foot is really pressing hard into the hoop. I've also found that if I send this leg too far down, I can't do it. So everybody's different, flexibility and proportionately. So everybody's spatchcock position is going to look slightly different. So I would say play with foot positioning until you find a spot that feels locked in nicely and comfortable. You also want to make sure that that leg stays very straight. You, again, don't want to be buckling in that leg. So I'll show you one more time. Leg goes on. And when I'm placing that leg on, I'm actually pushing the hoop into my right hip because it helps me find a better position for my leg. So I'll show you one more time. So I go hook, push, foot places on. And you want to keep that leg straight when you're placing it on. Don't try and find a place. Just try and kick and place. And it should feel nice then. It should feel comfortable. Getting the head through, you need to make sure that you've really got the hoop on the back of your neck. You don't want to be pressing on any nerves or vertebrae. So I find more of a muscly part of my neck. Sometimes I get it on my trap as well, so that I'm not going to cause myself to pass out. That's a big key for this one. If you're not used to the pressure on your neck or anything like that and you don't feel comfortable with it, I would maybe give this move a bit of a miss. And yeah, I think that should be everything for this move. I'll show you one more time and explain it really quickly one more time for you. So right leg goes on, push the hoop into the hip, lock that foot on, it's under the ball of the foot and the knee is facing towards my body. I'm then going to put my right hand on so I can scooch my left hand over, pull my head through, lock the arm out, back the arm on, arm comes off, top leg straightens. Replace the left arm, pull the head back through, let this top leg stay on, bottom leg flies off as you post the arm underneath to the strap. Push your hip into the hoop to find lasso, straighten that top leg, slide down to a cradle and hug that hoop into the left armpit. Guide the hoop, or guide your arm down the hoop so that you can get your shoulder on, pull the hips down towards the floor, and open it out into that split shape. Then again, rotate the hips back into the ceiling, into cradle.